Hey there, mamas. What's up? Coach Karissa here. And today I just wanted to kind of come on and talk to you about the feelings of feeling like you're not doing enough or that you should or could be doing more. But most importantly, I want to give you 3 tips that you can do, simple tips that you can implement in your life when you are feeling like you are behind. So have you ever felt that you're like completely overwhelmed with all the things that you could be doing on your to-do list, and yet you still feel like you're not doing enough? Maybe you thought you'd be further ahead in your life or your career, and maybe you have this big list in the back of your mind of thinking of all the different things that you should be doing. So setting unrealistic expectations for yourself can also cause this feeling of not feeling like enough or not feeling like you're doing enough. Every day I wear this bracelet and it says, I am enough. And of course it's an anchor for me, but every day I wear it, no matter what color. If I'm wearing gold, it doesn't matter, I put it on. But it reminds me that I am enough. And the reason why I don't feel like enough sometimes, or that I'm not doing enough as a mom or an entrepreneur, is because so many people in my past have told me that I'm not enough. And so I have a real internal struggle that I, of course, always work with my coach on when I do anything. Again, whether it's an entrepreneur, whether I'm like putting a whole new package together for clients, and I'm like, it's not enough. Right? Maybe you are trying to charge $5,000 for a program and you think that your program isn't enough. So you sweeten the pot when you're on your sales call. Or maybe as a mom, you're like, gosh, what I'm doing isn't enough. Maybe I should be volunteering more. Maybe I should be getting out in the community. What I donate to my church isn't enough. There's so many ways that not feeling enough creeps into your life. It's so many times does it creep in. And every time it creeps in, I have to touch my bracelet and I'm like, girl, you are enough, right? You've been through enough and you are enough and you are powerful. So when you start to feel like you're not doing enough, it's easy to overwhelm yourself with even more. Feeling like you should or you could be doing more only puts more stress that you already have, that you're already feeling on your shoulders and in your life. So what causes the fear of not doing enough, not being enough for people? I think it's 3 main things. It's perfection, it's comparison, and it's pressure. Okay? And there's probably way more things, but those are like the big things: perfection, comparison, and pressure. So pressure can sometimes feel like I'm not doing as much as I could. So sometimes there's always things that I could or should be doing. Like we look at our big laundry list of things to do and we're like, yeah, well, I got 10 things done today, but God, I could have done more, right? I could have been more productive. I could have volunteered more. This sense of pressure that we put on ourselves is insane. It's insane. And pressure again can manifest from internal or external, external or internal people or expectations. So if you are a boss, right, and your employees and your team are coming up and saying, hey, have we ever tried something like this? Like this shop is doing it and I think that we could try it, right? That adds added pressure. Maybe it's your coworkers. Maybe it's your spouse that's like, oh, honey, I just wish you could get the house clean before I got home. And I wish that there was dinner done on the table. And sometimes even our kids can make us feel pressure, and they have all the best intentions for you, right? But they'll say things like, Mom, I thought you wanted to not eat so much candy or sugar or not drink so much pop. Just saying things like that can make us feel in turn like so much pressure lies on us. There's already enough pressure with work deadlines and school functions and volunteering, and to add even more to our plate is crazy. That pressure just makes you dive in more and work harder, which again then turns into overwhelm and burnout. The second thing, that comparison, it's It's nasty. Comparing your life is a nasty, nasty thing that we need to stop doing so much of. So another reason for feeling like inadequate or like you're not enough is this constant comparison game. And social media doesn't help with this because so many of you are laying there in bed at night or because you can't sleep, or maybe some of you are tired of working because you're overwhelmed, you're burnt out, you don't know it yet. And so you go to social media and you start scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, and you start to realize and you're starting to compare your life to what other people's lives look like. Ugh. In reality, what you're getting is you're getting a highlight reel of people's lives, right? Not every day is perfect for me. Not every day is Susie, crushing at her goals. You're getting this sense of like curated version of that people's lives. Again, highlight reel. So when I find myself comparing my life to other people's, I remember that I'm not seeing the full picture of someone's life. Like, you never know what someone's going through. You never know, like Susie here, maybe her business is thriving, but her relationships are like not so great at home. Or Susie's business is thriving and she's internally feeling trapped and overwhelmed by so much stuff that's happening in her business. So you guys, stop comparing your life to somebody else's. You never know what somebody's going through or gone through. And the last one really quickly is perfection. Perfection gets the best of us, a lot of us. So not feeling good enough can also come from being a perfectionist. I don't know about you, but I'm a recovering perfectionist. I used to get stuck and feel paralyzed about sending a simple email off. I was like, I don't know if it sounds professional enough. Or the e-blast, that's like, it might not be perfect. Maybe I should have someone look at it before I send it off to my awesome boss babes. But at the end of it all, it's like, I got it done, and I'm not like, I'm not a superhero. Okay. So stop letting perfectionism get the best of you. All right. So my favorite part of the video, of course, is the 3 tips that I want to give you for when you feel like you're behind or that you're feeling like you're not enough. So tip number 1 is to stop making your to-do list so damn long. Ladies, do fewer things with more intention, okay? So when you're working on a bunch of things at once, you might feel like you're making progress in lots of little areas, but divided attention, or what we call multitasking, is complete bullshit. When it comes to doing things and doing things right, don't pride yourself on being a multitasker. When's the last time you told me that you could literally have a conversation with your little one and be thinking about everything else that you needed to do for work and for school and for your maybe for your volunteering activities? Like, when's the last time you could look at your child and really understand her feelings or their feelings and what they're really talking to you about when you're trying, like when the back of your head is constantly thinking of everything else you need to do? You cannot multitask. That is the biggest myth ever. And trust me, I used to put that shit on my resume, like, I'm an amazing multitasker. Yeah, that just basically screams, I have a big problem with just focusing in on one task and completing one task like 100%. Okay, so quit trying to multitask. So so that's just the biggest thing. So I want you to really focus in on when your to-do list is so long, I want you to do fewer things with deeper intention. Okay. Number 2, set realistic boundaries and expectations for yourself. I cannot do everything. And ladies, guess what? Neither can you. I know we like to think that we can do everything. I know that we like to think we can take on 100 different tasks all in one week and like try and accomplish them all because of some sense of like, I am a woman and I can do it all, right? But hello, newsflash, we all need a tribe. I preach it every day. I have a tribe, I have a support team, I have a partner, and I have a coach, right? I don't need to do it all. So I want you to be realistic with the amount of time and energy that you dedicate to things, okay? So whatever you're doing is already enough, okay? Is already enough. You're in control of your energy. You're in control of who you let bend your boundaries. All right, number 3, the last one is track where your time goes. if you often end up, this used to happen to me a lot, but at the end of a busy week, my boss would be like, hey, what'd you do this week? And I'm like, hold on, let me pull out my schedule because I know I did stuff, right? Has anyone ever been there where you're like, I don't even know what I did an hour ago. I don't even know what I did yesterday. I don't even know what projects I'm working on because I'm working on so many projects. So I want you, if this is you, if you're like, yes, that's me, Karissa, I want you to stop doing so much, and I want you to, or I just want you to, not stop doing so much, because I want you to become aware, right? I want you to track where your time goes. So if you've, I want you to just simply like do your normal everyday thing, but every project you start, like write a little time. Like at 10:05, I started writing this email. And by 11 o'clock, I finally sent this send button. Now, you're gonna learn two things when you start tracking your time and where it goes. Because this is the biggest thing. You guys, every woman tells me that they don't have enough time in their day to get all their shit done. And that too is a lie. And that's a big excuse that we love to tell ourselves. I don't have enough time to go work out. I don't have enough time to cook dinner. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Everyone has the exact same amount of time. So what makes a difference between successful people and not so successful people is they have no idea what they're doing with their time. All right, so when you track your time and what it is that you're doing, you're gonna find out two things. One being that you do a lot of shit, which then will help you kind of counter back the whole, you don't do enough and you could be doing more. Like, girlfriend, no you can't. Like, you're busy and you're getting shit done. Or B, you're gonna realize that what you are spending your time on are the wrong things. So if you're playing Candy Crush when you got a list of 1,000 things you gotta get done today, that's on you. So then you can say, okay, where do I need to limit my distractions? All right, you guys, I could go on and on and on. I love these types of topics, and these topics come from current coaching sessions. They come from people who email me and say, hey, Karissa, I struggle with this. What would you suggest? So if you have any topics that you would like me to give you some coaching expert advice on, some tips, tricks, hacks, I would love, love, love to hear from you. If not, I'll just keep taking from current life experiences and current clients' lives, because it's good stuff. Because I know if one is struggling with it, there are thousands struggling with the same issue. So lastly, I want to end this video. I want to remind you that you are good enough, okay? You are doing enough. You are capable and you are worthy of slowing down and enjoying your life. So when the next time you think that you're not enough, I want you to be like, no, girl, you are enough. Okay, I want you to backfire that with it. All right, you guys, I'm Karissa with 365 Daily Hustle. I would love for you to follow me on Instagram at 365.daily.hustle. Subscribe right here to this YouTube page for all my latest videos. And then if you are a high-performing female who's a total badass hustler, go-getter, I would love for you to join my Facebook group called The Healthy Hustle. That's all I have for you today. Stay hustling, ladies. Bye.